When you arrive into Japan, there is one thing that you absolutely need to get as soon as possible, and that is an IC card. It's the single easiest way to get around Japan, but what exactly is an IC card? Think of it as Japan's prepaid travel card. It's a rechargeable smart card that you can just tap at the gate and it automatically deducts your fare. There is no need anymore to buy paper tickets every time you want to take a train or a bus. And remember, IC cards are individual. Each person needs their own card. You can't share one of these cards between two people or between a family. The gates are only open for one person per tap. But here's the best part, guys. It's not just for transportation. You can use these IC cards at konbinis, the Japanese name for convenience stores. Me and Karolina spend so much time in Japanese convenience stores. They are incredible, the best in the world. The food and snacks inside of these convenience stores are simply amazing. And so it's very handy to have an IC card so you can just tap when you want to purchase anything inside of the convenience stores. Also, you can use IC cards for vending machines. The vending machine culture here in Japan will blow your mind. There are over 6 million vending machines in Tokyo alone. So in many ways, your IC card is going to become your all-in-one wallet for everyday travel here in Japan. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which IC card to get, where to buy it, and how to use it confidently from day one. Now here's where it gets a little bit confusing for tourists coming to Japan, and that's because IC cards aren't the same everywhere in Japan. Each region has different IC cards, and so often the question comes into the mind of people coming to Japan, which IC card should you get? Because in Tokyo, they have the Suica card. They also have the Pasmo card, and with the Suica card, they also have different versions. They've got the Welcome Suica, and they've also got a digital Suica, which we're going to be talking about very shortly. And if you're coming to Osaka and Kyoto, they also have the Ikoka card. But here's the good news, guys. You do not need to stress about which IC card to buy. That is because once you purchase one of these cards, you can use it pretty much everywhere across Japan. So for example, if you get the Suica card from Tokyo, you can use the Suica card in Osaka and Kyoto and many other cities without any problems. The main difference is just where you buy it. So when you arrive into Japan, you want to get your hands on the local card that is available to you. So if you're coming to Tokyo, that will most likely be the Suica card. And if you're coming into Osaka, that will most likely be the Ikoka card. Now, my personal advice is to get your hands on the very first IC card that you can get your hands on, and that's because sometimes these cards sell out, and so you might not be able to get one of these cards. So let's talk about how and where you can buy one of these IC cards when you land into Japan. At Japan's major airports, you can buy IC cards in two ways. So the first way is at service centers. So each airport has official service counters where staff can help you buy an IC card. Perfect if you'd like someone to guide you through it. Now at Narita and Haneda, so in Tokyo, you'll find the JR East travel service centers where you can buy a Suica or the special Welcome Suica for tourists, which we'll be talking about shortly. You'll also see the Kaisai Information Center where you can purchase a Pasmo card. Both the Suica and Pasmo work exactly the same, so it doesn't matter which one you choose. Now at Kansai Airport, so the Osaka-Kyoto region, head to the JR West ticket office where you can buy an Ikoka card. Right next to the service counters, you'll usually find self-service ticket machines. Now don't worry if you don't know Japanese, because all of these machines have English menus. And here's how you can purchase an IC card from one of these machines. The first thing you want to do is select the English language option on the screen. Next, you want to choose Purchase IC Card from the menu. You'll then be asked how much money you want to load onto the card to start with. Pick the amount that suits you. You will need to pay with cash, so it's a good idea to have some yen ready when you arrive. Once you've inserted the cash, the machine will then print out your brand new IC card, and there you have it, guys. You have got an IC card in your hands ready to travel Japan. We actually made an incredibly helpful video for anyone coming to Japan called Your First Hour in Japan. We covered your pre-departure checklist, your in-flight checklist, and 3 very important things that you need to do in your first hour in Japan. One of them being withdrawing cash from an ATM. We cover exactly how you do all of these things when you arrive into the airport. So we'll put a link in the description. It is incredibly helpful, and I promise you'll get a lot of value from that video, and it'll also help you to purchase the IC card when you're going to one of these machines. At Narita and Haneda Airport, there are special machines selling a welcome Suica, which we're going to be talking about later in this video. Now, at these machines, you can actually use credit card to purchase the IC card. So if you haven't exchanged any cash yet, or you haven't withdrawn any cash, then this is a really convenient option before heading into Tokyo. And remember, it's not just at airports. Inside almost every major train or subway station across Japan, you'll find machines selling the IC cards like the Suica, the Pasmo, and even the Icoca card. So if you don't pick one up at the airport, no need to worry. You can always buy one when you make your way into the city at any of these stations. Now, here's something really important. Your IC card won't work on the Shinkansen. So if you're planning to travel on the most popular routes that most visitors take when coming to Japan, and that is from Tokyo to Kyoto or Tokyo to Osaka, then you'll need to buy an actual Shinkansen ticket. And this is where it can get a little bit tricky. The official SmartX website is very dated, not very intuitive, and it's easy to make mistakes. And boy, did we make a big mistake. On our very first time taking the Shinkansen, which we booked through this website, we didn't book the oversized luggage seats, and that's because it wasn't very clear to us how we actually book it. So we went onto the train, and it was very embarrassing because they called our suitcases out over the loudspeaker. We had to come and collect them and move them, and it felt like we were causing a bit of a nuisance, a bit of a commotion. We had one of the staff come over to help us. He was very nice and helped us to sort that situation out. But you do not want to be in that situation, especially here in Japan, where the Japanese, they follow rules very closely. And so what we highly recommend you do is actually purchase your Shinkansen tickets through Klook. We've personally booked the Shinkansen multiple times with Klook. They really do take the stress out of the journey. With Klook, you get a QR code that you can scan at the gate, so there's no need to buy or collect paper tickets. Paper tickets are easy to lose, and honestly, it's just more of a hassle to carry around with you compared to having everything on your phone just like this. You can also book oversized luggage seats in advance, so you don't need to worry if you're carrying large suitcases like us, or worry about making the same mistake that we did that was very embarrassing. There's also an option to sit on the Mount Fuji side of the train. So what you don't want to happen is you're sitting on the wrong side of the train, you're passing Mount Fuji, and everyone is there taking their photos, and you're missing out on that experience. So that's a really great option to have on Klook. And here's the fun part, guys. If you purchase your Shinkansen through Klook, you'll get 50% off Ekiben, which is a Japanese lunchbox that is sold at train stations. It's something every traveler should experience, and the perfect way to enjoy the journey just like the locals do. Just make sure to book your tickets well in advance. Often the most popular routes can sell out, especially the oversized luggage seats and the Mount Fuji view seats during peak season. You can find out more information by scanning the QR code on screen, or you can go to the link in the description. And don't forget to use our code JKarolinaKlook to save yourself some money. You don't actually need to get a physical IC card. If you have an iPhone, you can get a digital IC card that goes directly onto your wallet app, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that right now. Okay guys, so the first thing you want to do is go inside of the wallet app on your iPhone. Then once you're inside your wallet, you want to go to the top right hand corner and press the plus sign, and then you want to go to travel card. And because I'm in Japan right now, all the IC cards, so the Icoca, the Pasmo, and the Suica, are presented to me. If they're not presented to you, you want to search for the one you want to go for. Personally, I really like the Icoca. I just really like the blue design with the penguin. It's really cute, very kawaii. And then what you want to do is you want to top up the amount you want onto the card. So I'm going to just choose 1,000 Japanese yen. I'm going to press add. Then you just want to agree to the terms and conditions. All you want to do, so I'm paying with my Apple Pay, is to purchase the IC card. Okay, so that's purchased. And now it's adding the Icoca card to my Apple Wallet. And there we have it, guys. I have got the Icoca card on my Apple Wallet over here. I also have the Suica card, so you can have multiple IC cards. You can see over there, I've got the Suica card on my Apple Wallet. And if you're not too sure how to use the IC card on your phone, all you want to do is face the phone towards you so it can use the facial recognition. You will then have a button on the right-hand side of your iPhone. You just want to double press that, so double tap that, and then the facial recognition would unlock your IC card ready to use, and then it'll say hold near reader, so you want to use that at the gate or the card reader, and then it'll automatically deduct your fare. Now, the big advantage of having a digital IC card is that whenever your balance is running low and you need to top it up, it is very convenient, very easy to top up on the Apple Wallet whenever you need to do that. Whereas if you get a physical IC card, whenever you need to top this up, you'll have to find the machine and you'll have to use cash only to top up your balance, which can be a bit of an inconvenience. And a pro tip, you can actually top up any of these IC cards at 7-Eleven ATMs. You will find 7-Elevens everywhere in Japan, so that is the best way to top these up. So let's talk about the Welcome Suica. How is it different from the regular Suica card? The key difference is in how it's set up. So with the regular Suica card, it costs 500 yen for the deposit. It doesn't expire until 10 years after its last use, and you can refund not only the deposit, but also the balance of the card. Now with the Welcome Suica, it is designed for tourists, so it only lasts 28 days. It doesn't require a deposit, but you can't refund, of course, the deposit because you haven't paid a deposit, but you can't refund the balance of your card. Functionally, both of the cards work in the exact same way as you travel across Japan. The main difference being in how long you're planning to stay in Japan and whether you think you'll return. So for us, our first time in Japan, we got the Welcome Suica card. We're here for just under 21 days, so we didn't need to worry about the 28-day expiry. And we actually maxed out the cards with 10,000 yen at Narita Airport on both cards, but you'll be surprised actually how much of that you'll use for public transport. And you don't need to worry about having leftover balance because you can use that at convenience stores and you can use that on vending machines. And so we actually really liked the Welcome Suica, and I think for most tourists coming to Japan, it is a great option. Before leaving Japan, you can refund the deposit and balance of your IC cards by going to the service center of the company that issued your card. So in the case of the Suica card in the Tokyo area, you'll want to go to a JR East service center. And in the case of Osaka and Kyoto with the Icoca card, you want to be going to the JR West service centers. But in my personal opinion, you should spend the remaining balance on convenience stores and vending machines and just keep these cards as a souvenir. Now, if you're traveling as a family, there are children's IC cards available at service counters. Kids aged 6 to 11 can get a child's IC card that gives them half-price fares. Now, if you have kids under the age of 6, they usually can travel free on trains as long as they don't take up a seat for themselves. One thing to note is that you can't buy child's IC cards from the regular ticket machines. You will need to go to a staff service center like the JR East service center in Tokyo or the JR West service center in Osaka and Kyoto. You'll go over there with your child, they'll help you set it all up, and it's a great way for the kids to get involved because they can tap in and out at these stations just like you, and also it's a great way for families to save money. If you're planning your first trip to Japan, we highly recommend going to the description box below because there you'll find really useful links to help you plan for your trip here in Japan, including a pocket guide that Karolina made to ensure that you have a smooth, stress-free experience as you arrive into Japan. We highly recommend getting that guide because not only is it going to help you avoid the mistakes that tourists make coming into Japan, but it's going to set you up for success, set you up to have a great trip here in Japan. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video.